Lightning. You've got to get round past the gift shop. Don't pick up any of the chocolate bars at the till.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
Yes, Palace Midas. Well, I'm not a broken record, broken records, 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 broken records.
Okay, so we are on to the bio research facility, and our mission is
Get through the bio research facility.
looking at this picture. Looks kind of nice. Looks like a garden. But given the name of it, you're expecting Resident Evil.
I mean, that's the difficult part, though. You've got to get round past the gift shop. Don't pick up any of the chocolate bars at the till.
Okay, so now we know what to expect. All right, should we continue?
Let's do that. Probably best. Okay, press OK to start. Has she had a change of outfit?
Don't know, but that garden was really gorgeous. And we've just gone through it.
Yeah, this is pretty. We should look round.
Yeah, let's look. Oh, it's the panning camera.
Looks like some kind of weird experiments.
Some weird experiment. Go for it.
Yeah.
Be prepared for a quick time. Some sort of weird wolverine.
Oh yeah. It looks very brown and non-textured. Oh, okay, aiming. I just went down the pipe where it came from.
Yep. I was not expecting that.
Whoa, creepy tree.
Some sort of puzzle, eh?
5 valves in a row. Do you know what that reminds me of?
Yes, Palace Midas.
Yeah, the 5 levers. Yeah. How did you? Very good.
I can't remember if we said before, but one of the levers you don't need to touch. You can access all the doors without turning them.
I remember you giving me that tip.
Well, I'm not a broken record, and it's still just as interesting second time now.
Right, note to self, edit that out. Should we have a look?
Let's have a look.
I need to turn these valves in the right order to open the door.
Okay, so my DVD skipped, so she just said, I need to turn these valves.
In the right order. It was that helpful. And then there was some sheet on the wall, but I didn't really gather how that was.
Oh, okay. All right. Shall we look again then? Or do you think it would just repeat the cutscene?
Yeah, let's try and look again.
Ah. So it's
I need to
Y
turn these valves
plus...
in the right order to open the door.
Really?
Do we just press use? Is it that simple?
But that's not the 3 that were highlighted in that sheet.
I had Y plus and then a cross, which isn't even on there.
No, it was the penultimate one.
Oh, the bow and arrow
I don't know
crossbow.
how to select that.
So let's go next choice.
Ah.
Okay.
So next choice again. Until we get what we want. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 highlighted.
It's well, if you're counting from left to right, it's 1, 2, and 4.
Oh. Okay, I must have looked at the wrong. I thought it was 1, 2, and 4. Okay, I'll get to that. Right, I'm there.
Okay. Use.
Use. Interestingly, in Palace Midas, you don't need to press one of the levers.
There's chaos out there. Why has the power been cut off?
Is this your doing, Miller?
No, the power's down everywhere.
Just control things in the dome, then. Do it. Is everything locked down? You don't want anything getting loose.
It's under control, Master Eckhart.
We have a problem down in the sanatorium.
What problem, boss? Just have the guards deal with your inmates and pets.
I have a confession, Master Eckhart. I didn't destroy the proto-Nephilim.
The Proto. You are kidding. Right, Boaz? I need to supervise this personally.
That experiment was to be eradicated. I expressly ordered it. It's far too dangerous to keep alive.
I couldn't. It's half Nephilim. That makes it impossible to kill without your periapt shard.
You ignored my orders for the last time, Boaz. Mullah, I need the services of one of your little creations.
Ah, please, no! It wasn't my fault! I'm loyal!
Your own incompetence has sentenced you, Boaz.
Give me a chance! Not the pot!
I will be obeyed. Now sort this mess out.
Thanks.
Glad you came back to save me, stranger.
Name's Curtis.
Lara. And this is business.
I owe you one.
You owe me a painting.
Sorry. That one AWOL at the Louvre.
What brings you here from Paris?
Eckhart. We have business that only one of us will walk away from. You?
Personal reasons.
Eckhart plans to use all 5 obscure paintings to revive an ancient evil called the Sleeper, and rebreed the Nephilim race. To do that, he collects alchemically transmuted elements from his murder victims' bodies.
I've seen him at work as the Monstrum. With that glove.
Eckhart's the original black alchemist. And now he's very close to finding the last painting.
Does he know where it is?
Yes. It's hidden in the Lux Veritatis vault beneath the straw hole. The paintings must be destroyed. To do that, I need the shard you picked up at the Louvre. You trust in me?
You need the 3rd shard, so you should go after that. I'll find the last painting and destroy it.
Okay. Eckhart guards the shard in his old alchemy lab in the lower regions. I can find my way there.
The engraving shows the painting hidden in something called the Vault of Trophies. No problem.
What do you think of that chapter?
I really liked the look of the bioresearch facility and that gross spider plant thing that ate her like a Venus flytrap. Glad that they're teamed up again. Or were they together before, really? They were kind of flirting and stuff.
Yeah, you get weird and creepy, and then you're best mates.
That's how we became best mates.
Long cutscene. And I think they could have done more with the puzzles in this DVD. I think that could be a strength of basically a point and click adventure. And it's a bit simple, weren't they?
Very much so. Very much so. That felt really hands off, that level.
I mean, how could you even go wrong with that puzzle?
No, well, I got 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I got 3.
It's that time again. It's time for the Tomb Raider Spotlight, where we take a look at some content creators in the Tomb Raider community making some Tomb Raider stuffs. And this week, it's a bit weird. We're going to look at some weird facts.
Weird facts. Weird. So weird. It's very interesting facts and information that I've not heard of. So obviously, there's been a lot of things posted, information within the community everywhere, and there was loads of things in this series of videos that I was not aware of. So Foxmaster, he's the guy on YouTube to go and check out. I think there's 14 videos covering Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider 2. Go check them out, give a like and comment saying we want Tomb Raider 3.
Yes, please.
Yes. It's great. It's just it's kind of quite chronological, and he just points out really interesting kind of development things to do with the game. For example, being able to see into previous or future levels, and where you can do that. There's a few glitches that he's found, pointed out. Just interesting facts. Like there was one that kind of jumps to mind from Tomb Raider 1, where he tried to complete Villicamba. Oh no, not the temple, the village of, is it village of Villicamba? City, sorry, of Villicamba, without killing any of the animals. So he's running and jumping, and all the wolves are kind of chasing him. And yeah, it's just a great series of videos. Was there any kind of like standout moments for you?
I like watching the little glitches he does, especially where he gets ahead in the level, some levels. So like enemies either haven't spawned yet or are there but aren't moving. It looks like they're sleeping. So like seeing the Atlantean mummies just standing there, or like the wolf just sort of like asleep on the ground, not moving. That's really cool.
The Atlantean ones definitely creep me out, and the mummies as well, because they like you say, they stand upright and they're really tall, but they don't run at you like that. They're obviously all on all fours when they are in motion, and so very creepy. Yeah, it's kind of like jumping over the kind of hitbox that sets them off, isn't it? So you can kind of sneak round. Yeah, but they're really interesting, and definitely worth checking out. Question of the week this week. We were going to delve into the best mansion in Tomb Raider games.
Okay, let's have at it. So, number one, I like how it lets you in with the gradual training on the roll mat, and I think it's really smart design the way they have the boxes, like, oh, sorry, I haven't unpacked yet, because it forces you to learn how to jump and pull yourself up over them and get to like the swimming pool or the other areas of the house. But number two, you get more things to do, and you have Winston, which this is the thing that everybody loves to do, is to lock him in the freezer, right?
Yeah, and you can go outside for the first time. The assault course is outside.
Yes.
And I think with 2 as well, you've got the first treasure room with the timed run. What else? I think you get guns.
A maze in the garden that you have to run from, press button to run back into the house, and underneath the stairs get into the treasure room there, yeah? There's
Yes.
Mayor Anderson cats.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think you get guns in 2D. You get that in 3 because Winston wears a target and he's not wearing a target in 2.
There's an extended assault course in number 3. So it sort of changes it and adds in like zip lines and like your extra moves, which would be the monkey bars, I think.
Yeah, I think it's monkey.
Crawling as well. And it's when you're crawling under a cargo net that you pick up the guns. And is Winston wearing a target? I think Winston is carrying a tea tray, and there are targets in the garden for you to shoot down, and you're not meant to go for him. And he holds the tea tray up, so you can't shoot him. And
Perhaps we'll check that. We'll check that and put that on screen. Yeah, the maze in Tomb Raider 3 becomes the quad bike track. And I think shouting out to a previous spotlight of Steve of War, I think he makes a good point about how that would be a great kind of, if you could, it times your lap, and that would be amazing if you could, if that was more of a game mechanic that you could try and beat your top score and it would kind of save your record. And I think that would be a development. You can kind of do it offline, if you will, but that would definitely add to that quad bike course.
I really like the treasure room in number 3 because it's got a T-Rex skull in it, and it also has the iris, which you later steal in number 5.
Is this in the basement, or is this the ground floor treasure room?
It's ground floor, I believe, and it's a timed run.
That's the last classic series mansion.
Well, they're kind of talking in it. They host the wake in it in number 5, don't they?
Yeah.
They have that nice throwback to like number 3 and number 2, where they go into the treasure room. And Winston just pulls a chandelier to open it up. He doesn't bother doing a timed run. Like he makes a smart comment.
Ah, the infamous trophy room. And you will be doing the acrobatics to enter, Winston, yes?
Miss Croft did enjoy her little games. And here it is, gentlemen. The artifact which led to the animosity between Miss Croft and Von Croy, ending ultimately in this terrible business.
That was clever and funny. So in Anniversary, we return, and I think there's some quite interesting puzzles in that. It's quite a similar mansion in style, but obviously modernised. But I found that wasn't quite as fun exploring to me as Tomb Raider 2 and 3 in particular.
Yeah, it had relaxing theme music though. It had its own theme, and that was quite cool.
Underworld, the next game, I think, with the mansion appearing. First scene. Mansion on fire. And you're escaping it, aren't you?
And you sort of come back to it later in the game, don't you?
Yep, so it kind of fills in the gap of the storyline there. You're not really in it a huge amount, to be honest, are you? And
unless you get the DLC, which was only on Xbox, where you have an entire sort of underground sort of underneath the mansion sort of level, and there's the depths. It goes on and on and on. Who would have thought?
There is actually, I think, one more appearance, which comes in Rise of the Tomb Raider, I believe. It's Rise. It's a DLC, and it's a bit like Call of Duty Zombies almost, where you're in the mansion and it's called Lara's Nightmare, and so she's having lots of visions of monsters. I didn't actually play it very long. I had trouble killing them, I think, and I got a bit scared, so I just turned it off.
A bit scary. You might as well just turn it off. But that's not it necessarily, because there's a whole bunch of them, different Croft Manors on TRLE, and people have built levels, and some of those are fantastic. Like I like the progression you have to go through to unlock different areas of the mansion in some of those, and some of them are themed. So one's like Easter egg hunt you have in the mansion. That's quite fun. And you also have the mansion from the films, which I think is beautifully realised, and that's like an actual mansion in England that they used to film that in, and the outside shots are splendid. It's magnificent, like seeing that, and I think that really nails the look of it too. Yeah,
I agree, definitely. And keeping in theme with our Foxmaster weird facts, Tomb Raider 2, Lara's Mansion, was made in a weekend by one of the core design developers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to it. What is your favourite Croft Manor?
For me, it's got to be Tomb Raider 2. I've spent a lot of time in running around that mansion, and I feel I explored every single inch of it. Did a few of the corner glitches as well, so you can jump up. Did a few of the corner glitches as well, so you could jump up and get on top and then go onto the swimming pool roof and around the maze on the hedges. And I definitely spent a lot of time there. And I remember one particular bit that was quite vivid, where you go into where the assault course was of Tomb Raider 1, and it's like just a red carpet, but you can press a button on the wall and Venice Violin starts. And I remember doing lots of tumbles and almost choreographing a floor routine to the song, because I'm cool. Because I'm cool.
Oh right, yeah. No, sorry, yeah, because you're cool. I think 2 is a strong contender, but I think 3 just shades it for me, because it expands upon the assault course outside. You have Winston as well. But you also have probably my favourite sort of treasure room. The treasure rooms in the Legend series are good as well. You can collect different treasures throughout the mansion, so that's quite cool. And they like appear when you collect them through the game. So that is kind of good, and the way you sort of unlock the different areas in that game. But I think I'm going to go with 3.
Bro. Lightning. Cool.
Thanks for watching the show. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to support us, you got links to my Patreon and merch store down below in the description. See you next week. Make sure you're subscribed to see that one.
Right, and we're going to add something on to the end of the other chat.
Yeah, so just had a little think about it. So it's another game, but she becomes an NPC. A playable character. So what would it be cool to play as her in? Maybe we should do it as a question of the week.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.